Bum, 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 bashers. Laverne is yelling in the next room. I was like, I just gave her a snack. I got to do my show. And then she's got this new weird thing where she likes to go in the bathtub and lick it. Don't be licking the bathtub. What is that weirdness? I have no idea what the fuck that is. I'm like, why are you licking the bathtub? And I smell a dead mouse in my house. All this crazy shit. Why don't you come here and hang out with the gang? Everybody's here tonight. Look at this. Right off the top of the show. Andrew Wolkowicz, Canadian $5, working till 6:30. I'll see the replay tonight. Have a great show. Everyone should upvote and subscribe. Please upvote and subscribe. We are on the precipice of 2,000 viewers, which is fantastic. I mean, for me, not for, I remember when Watch Gringo was approaching 10,000 and, before the controversy and all that shit. And we were like, yay, go Brittany. And now she's like 130,000. I mean, that shit happens. It really, really, really and truly happens. And I think it could happen here. I mean, I love you guys. You guys have been great. Friday was another monster bashers, another Friday monster bashers. It was crazy town. You guys were on fire and it was super fun. I had the best time ever. We've got Kaloy. Hello, Dirk. Upvote, everyone. Please upvote. Space Ace. Good evening. Good evening. It's Space Ace. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Mr. Nathaniel Hannon, and he has got a super sticker because he knows everything and he doesn't ask questions. Actually, he asked a question the other day that I did not know, and that was on the original Milgauss. The original Milgauss. It had it on the bezel because it's got a rotating bezel on it. It's got 1 through 5 on it, and the only thing we could come up with, and I researched everything, was what unit of measurement is that? And I didn't know. He didn't know. And I thought he was, it was a rhetorical question, and it was not. He was actually asking me. And I didn't know. Love that watch. And it's going for $1 trillion. Nuts. Dean's here. Hello, Dirk. What is happening? Chelina, bashers. She upvoted. Everybody upvote right now. We got 46 in the room. Upvote. You wouldn't believe the algorithm. It tells. I know everybody's leaving YouTube, but I'm just joining YouTube. So I mean, I know what it does is it tells YouTube that people are watching, they're interested, and then it'll just start. And it helps people see the channel. I like our little gang, and I don't expect it to go crazy and go boom, 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 and have all these kooks in there. And listen. There is a variety of freaks that have shown up, very small amount, and we've dealt with them pretty well. A couple of people have Machine's got a wrench, and 2 other people have wrenches. Timmy's got a wrench, and I thank you. I applaud you for all of that because some kooks are out there. They talk about what they wanted. I mean, it's not good. That guy who said I looked like Matt Walsh, he's a bear chaser. I'm not a bear. I swear I'm not a bear, but he's a bear chaser and he likes guys with beards. I'm like, good night, nurse. Travis Watts. Cheers, Dirk. Cheers, Travis. Ray in the house. What's up? Smiles, black hearts, and prayers. Thank you. Jim Lassick, the incomparable. Hey, Dirk and friends. Hey, Jim Lassick. I have a couple of nice little emails back and forth with that gentleman. He's fantastic. Look at this. $1.99. Whoa, it's £1.99. I've now lost 40 pounds with Wegovy. Jesus Christ. I gotta do that too. I gotta do that. I gotta get like ripped for summer. I want to lose like 20, 25. 25 would be great. 25 pounds, I'd be what am I? 170, be 148. That'd be cool, right? I'd be shredded because I'm only like 5'8", barely. Yeah. So hey, what's up with Roy the Royal Post? I want to just get this out there. I don't have it with me in front of me, but I went to the post office today to check on the watch because it says it's stuck in Coventry. I'm like, why the fuck would the watch, the land tortoise, be stuck in Coventry when it was going to London? I'm just going to clean my lens here for a second because I see what it's doing. Yeah, that's good. And it said, I know I had the right address on it. He sent us the address. and it went to London, and then it left London, and it went to Coventry something for, and it says being held in customs. Hopefully that's true. They gave me a number to call. I'm going to straighten that out. I mean, I send shit all the time to Europe, because of my band, because my band is only popular in Europe. So I'm constantly sending stuff to people wherever, but mostly in Europe because that's where our base is. But anyway, HST. Upvote. Yes, please do it. And is Angelo Minicello from snowy Canada. It was snowy here. But it's, like everything in New York, it gets brown, it gets black, and then it goes away and it's ugly. So not so bad. Dean, UK Post is terrible. Okay, I don't care if it's terrible. I don't care if it's slow. Just the girl at the post office to me said, I think they're going to send it back to you. Oh, please don't do that. That would be so friggin' shit. Because, I sent it there, and it's expensive to send, a 2-pound, 2.5-pound box. I had to insure it for a little bit too, because it's worth something. It's not worth a lot of money. I mean, but it's, it's a nice watch. Kev 58 says, hey, hey, hey. So the whole time I'm like walking around, I'm like listening to The Wall by Kansas, and I love that song. Steve Walsh, amazing singer. And then I go into Trader Joe's, and what do they have on there? They have, well, I've been waiting here so long. I fucking hate that song. I mean, it's like the worst Genesis could possibly do. This great prog rock band, Peter Gabriel, and then all the great records with Phil. And then they did this. I mean, they really did a lot of selling out, that band. Because those records are stupid. I can't dance. I can't sing. Oh, God. Is that such crap? And it totally ruined my Kansas vibe. I was just listening to the Left Overture record, which is, I've always loved it, but I've just recently been listening to it so much, and it's so good. But how many people out there fucking hate that song, Invisible Touch by Genesis? It's absolute garbage. I hate it. So what I want to do today is a couple of things. Travis Watts says, I'm currently viewing the snow-capped mountains in California. Snow is beautiful from a distance, always. I have never been skiing. I've been down ski runs on a bicycle. I have never, however, been down a ski run on skis. I've never been on skis. John Paleo, $9.99. Hey, Dirk, I ran this idea past Asheen already and wanted to see what you think. You and Asheen have a meet and greet in a steakhouse in New York City, charge $300 to $500 a head to pay for food and travel expenses. I mean, listen, I feel very weird about charging anybody for anything. I'm just the worst guy. I'm like, here, take. I'm a bill grabber. I know that, like, somebody recently said something to me that was true. And, like, you have a job, you get paid for it. You do a job on YouTube, you try to entertain people, blah, 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 you get paid for it. I understand all that. And it's hard for me to wrap my head around it because, I feel like this is just such a nicey thing and such nice people. And I'm not wearing the Milgas today. I am wearing the Speedmaster because it's Speedy Tuesday, 1479 with the 811 links. What are you wearing today? I've got a couple of watches, not a whole hell of a lot because you guys didn't send me a whole hell of a lot, but you can during the broadcast because I will look for them and I'll post them. Speedmasters preferred. Do a Speedmaster if you can because it is Speedy Tuesday. So what do I think of that? I don't know. I'll talk it over with Asheen and see what he says. He hasn't been to New York in 100 years, so maybe great. And while I don't eat steak, I know other people do, and I love the wine and I love all the sides. I love going to steakhouses. And they're, they're classy. They're a little bit classier. Thank you, John Player. Nathaniel Hannon, $9.99 for the for the best soy latte that you ever had. Train, Drops of Jupiter. It's funny. When I first heard Drops of Jupiter, because I have no problem with Train. They're commercial. And that guy, Pat Monahan's great singer. He's terrific, very singular. I love people who have voices that don't sound like anybody else. That's first thing that I'm attracted to. Clones, do nothing for me. even though I kind of am one. Paul said I should have a Vegas act because I do so many different impersonations. I've probably got like 30 singing impersonations of people. And you just have to accept what you got, you know? I mean, like, all right, I got small tits. Wait a minute. There's an operation for that. Maybe I can get that. Like, you know, Ozzy. I mean, I'm not the biggest Ozzy Osbourne fan in the whole wide world, but holy shit. That guy, nobody sounds like him, right? Nobody sounds like Ozzy Osbourne. They just don't. Anyway, Steve Walsh, the wall, crazy. So Train. I remember when I first heard Drops of Jupiter, all I could think of was how great that drum sound is. I was obsessed with the drum sound, because that's the musician, producer, you know, studio rat that I am. And then one day, I don't know, like, you know, sometimes you don't hear the lyrics, even though I write lyrics, and I hope people like look at lyrics. And I do love lyrics. As a writer, I like to listen to lyrics, look at them and know what they say. I didn't realize, I went, did he just say the best soy latte that you've ever had? I want to vomit. And he does. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Rufus, $1.99 for Laverne and her skills. Fucking don't lick the bathtub. What the what? I don't listen. I know I'm obsessed and I walk around like a maniac following her everywhere. But Jesus Christ, can you not lick the bathtub? What is that about? I'm just wonder, because you know that was like her Circus Maximus for her Coliseum for a while. Whenever she caught a mouse, and I pray to God that she doesn't do it again, because you know she got rat poisoned once. She would drag them into the bathtub and let them try to escape, and then she'd grab them and, you know, maul them like she's a Roman. So I always think, shit, did she get one? And that was where the bloodthirst is. Is she just like remembering the bloodthirst? I hope not. Topster McDonkey, my favorite right-wing conservative. The best thing about snowboarding is getting crunk at the ski lodge. Are you saying drunk? Because I think crunk is a euphemism for something else, right? Anyway, that's funny. Time to unwind. £1.99. Thank you for letting me know about the Royal Post. I'm going to actually, it's a 24-hour phone call. So after tonight's show, I have to get on the phone to do two things. I got to call AT&T and sort out this bullshit they're doing with our family plan. And then I have to call the Royal Post to find out what happened in this guy's watch. Please don't send it back. Don't do that. Dirk, when's the last time you stopped and listened to birdsong? I do it often, because you know, behind this wall of fictional guitars is my roof deck, and I used to have this beautiful tree in the backyard, and I have a million pictures. Like, I think if I was rich and had nothing to do, I would be a bird watcher, ornithology, right? That's what it is. I think I would be like one of those guys. I had Martha and George. They were two cardinals, and they visited me every year until this super see you next Tuesday moved in and bought the house, and she chopped down every tree and cemented everything. So now I have some birds that still come every morning, and I put bread out for them, and etc. And then they shit all over the place, and it's really ugly and blah 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 blah. But thank you, Time One. Toaster McDonkey. I met Ozzy once at his house. Really? He was actually really cool and went out of his way to shake my hand while surrounded by his crew of ass kissers. But I could barely understand me. As he told this, it's my Black Sabbath down. You know, he's got the whole Birmingham thing and then just the Ozzy thing. But I mean, nobody sounds like that. I can smell dead mouse. There's a dead mouse in my house. And, you know, I told you guys last week I caught one on a glue trap, because I do that. And I save them with sugar, and I take them to the park and I let them go. However, I had to put some in some places that I can't get to. So I think one of them didn't make it. But Kyle D says, that's cool. At Tobster McDonkey seems down to earth. Yeah, it sounds great. Anyway, that Genesis song. How many people hate that Genesis song? Because it's crap. And it ruined my Kansas vibe. How many people love Kansas? Does anybody know Kansas anymore? I worry about that. You know, a band like that doesn't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like Foreigner. It's a great band too. They had great songs. Kansas was like this, like classical music set to, I don't know what, pop, great stuff. Tobster McDonkey says he expected his house to be demonic, but it was like a spread from Better Homes and Gardens, except his office. Well, listen, Sharon, she's they have so much crazy money. They have decorators. People who have that kind of money have decorators. That's what they do. Anyway, a couple things I wanted to do, and I want to start with Gerard. Dear Gerard, one of our wonderful viewers, cat lover extraordinaire, genuine, amazing human being. I wanted to share this. This is his cat Moss, and he left him this past week. He ready for this, guys? He was 28 years old. This is his cat. This is Cat Moss. Because hey, when he named Cat Moss 28 years ago, Kate Moss was a big thing. It was before the blow and all that stuff. Now, this beautiful creature was his best friend, and he he's his AKA Naughty Boy was his best friend and companion for 20. I can't even imagine. Laverne's 14 now, and she better kick around for that kind of time. I would really appreciate it. But just everybody think of Gerard today when you can, because he's in a lot of pain. Because when we lose our furry friends, and look, looks like he's got a little toy mouse there. They just look at the eyes. That's the I caught a mouse face, or I'm hunting face. When cats get the big wide pupils, they go bananas and they look crazy. Anyway, we love you, Gerard, and we love Cat Moss, aka Naughty Boy. So I just wanted to send that out there and say we're thinking of you. It's very important. Christian Coolman, dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind. Amazing song. Magic Mike. I love Invisible Touch. Just goes to, oh God, it's so crap. And it isn't even crap. Well, I've been waiting here so long. Now I know she's got a built-in ability. I mean, it's got a lot of parts to it, but now I'm falling for her. She's got a, no, they wrote fucking the Firth of Fifth. I always do that. Carry On Wayward Son. I mean, it's one of the most amazing songs ever written in the history of the world. Angelo Minicello, no biggie, but did you get the pics of the watches? I said, I did. They're queued up. I've got them. We're going to get to it. Obviously on Friday, we don't do that because Asheen shows up and then it's a party and everybody's just, it's just wild. Friday's just become wild. Dean, Magic Mike, so do I. Vince Fine Arts. What? Thoughts on the new Jellyfish album? What does that mean? They don't speak to Andy Sturmer. How could there be a new Jellyfish album if they don't speak to Andy Sturmer? I mean, there is no Jellyfish without Andy Sturmer. I mean, because who's gonna sing it? Is there something happening there? Is there a Jellyfish? I don't know if anybody, I don't want to be too inside, but Jellyfish was a band that came out in 1989, and then they put out two albums like in 89, 90, and 93. Two immaculate, two of the best power pop records ever made. It's incredible. It's like if you like the Beatles, the Partridge Family, Supertramp, catchy, a lot of instrumentations, just meticulously recorded records are amazing. Do I have to Google this now? Fuck. New Jellyfish album. How would I not know that? Blackbird, SP, RIP, Naughty Boy, RIP. I know. Jared Lee is loving the show. Well, thank you so much. So I'm gonna have to Google this now. New Jellyfish album. Unless it's like a compilation thingy. I don't see that. Tell me what you know. Tell me. Oh, just kidding. Oh, you fucked with me. I mean, there was no. I mean, I'm so not that I know any of them. But my lead guitar player in Hitman has a band on the side called Fuzz Bubble, which was very, for lack of any kind of, very influenced by Jellyfish, obviously. Jimmy's got this thing where my guitar player, like, he'll start all these new bands and it'll sound like this because he wants it to sound like this. And when he wants it to sound like this, it sounds like that. He's really good at it. And um, Roger Manning played on one of those records. He played on some of these records, and he just did a cover of the 10cc "I'm Not in Love" with Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater, Roger Mann, a bunch of people, Derek from Brian Wilson's band. So I would, if there was a Jellyfish record ever going to happen, I would definitely know about it. So don't kid with me. Dean, it's a live album called Best Behavior. They'd have to be on their best behavior. No one knows the reason why they all hate the singer so much. Anyway, they do. They hate him. I don't know why. They couldn't have a band without him. They definitely couldn't. So what do we got? We got something from Jonas. Let's start with some watches. This is his Hoyer. Is that a tag? Oh, it's a tag Hoyer. Okay, so it's one of the newer ones. Monaco. Yeah, it's great. He's got a really cool like toy collection. And what looks like a terracotta floor. Very attractive. Very nice. Who loves a Monaco? I love a Monaco. Then what else we got here? Let's present. Baby, let's pretend that the night could live forever. We close our eyes, believe it might come true. Okay, who sent me this? This is not a watch, but this is from Dean. He's got this whole Guns N' Roses thing going on I'm not the biggest Guns N' Roses fan in the whole wide world. I mean, I get it. Like when they showed up, I was like, oh, fuck, we're all fucked. Let me get to this page. There it is. Sorry. So he's got some, hey, show off your stuff. It doesn't have to be watches. It could be, stuff you collect. If you like rosary beads or anal beads or whatever your beads are, you could do that. He's got a very vast collection of early Guns N' Roses stuff. Paradise City Special Edition, what looks like a gun holster. Then he's got a very unclothed, lovely maiden from the 80s. Oh, this is GNR Lies. Oh, this is the uncensored stuff. They did a lot of crazy stuff. Look how young and strung out on heroin they all were. There's Steven Adler, who did drugs way too long. There's Slash, who had to have a pacemaker installed because he did so much blow. Axl, who was so pretty, and now he's pudgy. And Izzy Stradlin and Duff. Yeah, they've got GNR Lies. Yeah, I mean they set the world on fire. They did. Oh, here's the original. Oh, this is very hard to get. This was banned. This is a Richard Williams, right? Or Robert Williams. I forget the name of that. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. He's a big Guns N' Roses fan. So my only Guns N' Roses story, my only real one is there was a club in New York City called the Limelight, which my band played at on Sunday nights quite often, called Rock and Roll Church. It's an actual church, the Limelight. It was a deconsecrated Lutheran church. And really great, like big, you're playing in a church. Fantastic. Small stage, great sound. Stained glass windows behind you. And then the back was like the sacristy and then the lodging for all the priests and stuff. And that's where all the sucking and fucking and drugs, it was debaucherous. The shit that went on there, it was crazy. It was the 80s and the 90s. And like you would go back there. You have to go up to the library or from the stage. And then there's like an entire building. And it was a big staircase. And everybody was just having sex and doing drugs. It was grotesque. I remember I used to walk around like this. Crazy. Didn't like it. Anyway, that's his Guns N' Roses collection. Well, very nice. Thank you for sharing your Guns N' Roses collection. It looks good. Let's see what else we've got on here. Oh, yeah. Once again, Jonas with his, what is that? That's Breitling. Oh, yeah. See, let me get to Jonas's really fast. Here it is. I got to be able to see it. I love corgis, man. I had so many of them when I was a kid. Every time we went to Europe or when we're in an airport, my mom would always get me a corgi. This is his chronomat. Beautiful. On a very cool kind of aquamarine or baby blue. Is that crocodile or alligator? I mean, I wouldn't wear crocodile or alligator just because of my ethical stance. But however, I don't judge you. You don't judge me. I don't judge you. That's how it works. I just don't do it because people can do. Just don't wear fur because that's just vanity and it's bullshit. Unless it's vintage because you're purposing it, and that would be great to do so. Well, thank you for that. That's really nice. Now let position all these windows so I can get this better. Because what happens is, like I keep saying, I'm going to come up with a better way, like a slideshow for this stuff, and I don't. Uh-oh, it's Speedy Tuesday. Let's go find an amazing one. Ready for this? This is from Brit. Oh, Brit, I'm very excited about this one. Oh, man. Now, for the faint of heart, that looks like a 145012, the very last iteration of an Omega Speedmaster in 1968 with the 321 movement. Because we all know what they did after that. 861 after that. That's a 321. Look at that monster. That is, not only is that beautiful and decadent and delicious and all this, look at all the beautiful patina. It's nothing looks better than a well-worn Speedmaster to me. Fantastic. I absolutely love it. Wow. That is beautiful. Is that that is a 145012, right? Not a 022. This is 012. I'm pretty sure. Oh, the bracelet. 1498. It looks like. I would like to see the end links. I want more pictures, but kudos on your very masculine, hairy wrists. You're looking like a real man there. It's a manly man with a manly watch. Looks great. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. Dean McKenzie. Ooh, hey, Dean, look at that. Not a Speedmaster, but let's go look at what you're wearing today. That is lovely. He's got the deep Kelly green Rolex Oyster Perpetual. These are still really, I mean, they're still hard to come by, and they're still, I mean, I haven't looked for a while to see what. I know that the blue one was the Tiffany one, which didn't look like Tiffany. People called it a Tiffany, and it wasn't a Tiffany, and everybody wanted it, and everybody bought it, and people paid through the nose. It's like the fucking like the moon swatches that everybody went bananas for. I mean, people were paying $1,000 for them, more, 1,200. These were going like 4 times over sticker, weren't they? I mean, they're beautiful. They're great. But I hope you wear it well. It looks great on your wrist. Another masculine wrist on the channel. Yeah, I love them. I love the Oyster Perpetual. It's, it's a 3-hander, and it couldn't be great lume, crazy chromolite on those. Great dial. Yeah, I like them all. I mean, I like them. Maybe which one would I pick if I had to pick one? I think I'd go with the green myself because I'm a Mick. I love it. I love the green. It's absolutely gorgeous. What else do I have here? This is very interesting. This is very cute. This is from our dear friend Ian. He makes little memes. Hey kids, it's Dirk O'Clock. It's Dirk O'Clock. I always say, like, when it's late, I always go, what is it, fucking 1,000,000 o'clock? It feels like 1,000,000 o'clock. You know what felt 1,000,000 o'clock? While watching Oppenheimer. That felt like that to me. Crazy. That's really cute. I'm going to stick that on my Instagram, as I've stuck a bunch of Ian stuff on there. Thank you so much, kind sir, for that. It looks great. It's fun. I love his little projects. He does some quirky stuff. He's a quirky guy. And we thank you for that. What else do I have here? I got nothing else. Let's say, you got some wrist shots? Let me see. Let me check my email. You guys always send me stuff late. Oh boy, there's a ton of them. Okay, hold on. Let me get it. Speedy Tuesday, Travis, Ray, Meehan, and Richard Staley to all the cats we love. Okay, and Speedy Tuesday from Nathaniel. Oh boy, are we in trouble? Okay, I gotta share the screen. I knew you guys would send some stuff along. Let's have a looky there. Can I move this up? Oof. All right. This is not for the faint of heart either at all, my friends. Johnny Walker Gold Label Reserve. You know, I have like a 40-year-old bottle of that shit in my house. And I started cooking with it because I don't need Paul drinks whiskey, but I don't. And he liked that. I think he liked it more than the blue. But ready? Here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I had that on my wrist when I met Nathaniel for dinner. And it fit me like a glove, too. I was like, oh, we have the same size wrist. And it was so heavy. It was absolutely crazy how heavy it was. I couldn't believe it. Look at this thing. Mental. It's mental. If you're really British, it's mental. Look at this thing. God. Yeah. I mean, this comes in a couple of varieties. You can get it with the green dial, green bezel. I think that this one might be the coolest, the gold panda. It's just fucking amazing. Wow. All right, you win. This is crazy. Then we got, let's see what else we got. I know everybody has stuff on the channel, so I want to make sure you get your kicks in here. This is from Richard, and he says, to all the cats we love, and he says, condolences, buddy. Look at this. It's a Flieger. Yeah. I love this. It looks like a wall clock, you know? I got killed by all y'all about the onion crown because I'm not a big fan of them. I think it works here. I think on certain watches, it just, I'm as an artiste from an artistic, architectural and design viewpoint, having had to design album covers and shit my whole life. Sometimes they don't work. I think it works beautifully here, and I love that. Really great thing. I'd love to see a loom shot of that. If you have one, could you send it? Send me a loom shot because that's very, very, very cool. Thank you for that, my dear friend. And then what do we got here? Let's see. We got Ray Meehan. What do you have there, Ray? What do you got there? Let's go find this. Here it is. All right, what do you got? Oh, Jesus, what you doing there? What are you doing? It's just a shot of the man himself. There's no watch shot. It's just a crest of a wave. It's very cool. And he's got a pair of braces on. Suspenders. I am wearing my everyday best watch in the world. I can't see what that is, though. Can I? Can I blow this up? No. I don't know what it is. Tell us what it is there, killer. And then we've got, hold on. The last one I have. Well, until you send me more. We got done with this. This is from Travis. Travis! Look at that. This is that's a sapphire sandwich because that is the sapphire. That's not the Heslite. You can tell by the milky ring and by its lack of its ability to distort, but it's got its own thing. It's got the whole halo thing, which I love. Great shot. That's a wrist. Like I said, now all I do is stare at men's wrists all day long. I guess I'm getting a wrist fetish. One day I'm going to get punched in the face because and we all do it. It's so funny. It's probably the gayest thing in the whole wide world. We're like, I'm just like this. And then it's not only the watch anymore. You wonder, like, how good does the watch look on that guy's wrist? Because some watches, like you see these little Asian guys wearing these big freaking Panerais, and it's just doesn't make any sense. Get a 34. You can't even wear a 36. Get a 34. Get a watch that works for you. This looks great. That's like you look like you're an astronaut. Fantastic. Got a bunch of chats up here. I want to make sure I didn't miss any of them. And I did. I did indeed. Nathaniel Hannon, $1.99. Let's hit it with a fork. Ooh, that's even nicer. Sounds like a typical sacristy. Yeah. That's terrible. That's terrible. Hey, I was an altar boy for 100 years in my parish, and we had them. It's a cathedral. It's Immaculate Conception Church in Jamaica Estates, Queens. It's massive. Secret hallways, secret doors, secret rooms. Nobody laid a finger on me. Not one weird thing ever. No one, but not no one, not nowhere, not no how. No, it was just a bunch of incredible, um, incredible priests who were mentors, and they were great. One of them saved my life. I said that a million times. Father Tom Joyce, loved him like there's no tomorrow. He recently passed away, and he was just a bit of a ride now that I think about it. But I, wasn't thinking that back then. We went out to Shelter Island, and we were on a retreat, and I fell off a dock, and he saved me out of nowhere. He had a big, chunky, hairy wrist. That guy would look great with like would be a great Panerai, but this was in the 70s, right? It was the 70s. Yeah, would have been the 70s or early 80s. Like a vintage Omega or vintage Rolex. And watches were smaller then, but he was a very, very strong dude. He was a strong guy. Let's see what else I got going on here. I don't want to miss a thing. Let's see. Kristen Coleman says Dust in the Wind. Yeah, it's one of the greatest songs ever written. And it was a finger exercise. Jared Lee says he's loving the show. Well, welcome, Jared Lee. Welcome to the show. And welcome to the show. That was Kiss 40 years in, thinking they were writing a new anthem, and they weren't. Topster says Monaco Night Driver so cool. Would love to get one. Yeah, it's very, very, very cool, isn't it? Heavy Driver, Interpol, lost Carlos D. They were never the same. I think I'm onto a good band and they fizzle out. Oshin is a very big fan of Interpol. I don't know a single solitary thing about them at all. I never, if you played them for me, I wouldn't know who they are. I don't know anything about Interpol. I know the band, great name, but I don't know them. My sister, Carrie Kennedy, says Axl Rose's voice is shot. He's got good days, bad days. I've seen him sound great. And when he did the AC/DC stuff, I think that really helped him out. Because if you're able to rip your vocal cords apart singing that stuff, like I could never sing that. I would have to have voice surgery the next day. So I've actually heard him sound pretty good on some things. So I don't know. Rufus says you loved early Interpol. I have one of these days I will do that. I'll do that. My sister says that he sang at Lisa Marie Presley's funeral. Yeah, because did he bang her? Not to be crass, but she banged a lot of people. Michael Jackson, that wasn't real, but she was a rock and roll chick. I bought a record and I really liked it. I really, really liked it. Dean's got a £2.99 super sticker. Thank you for the super stickers. Heavy Driver informs me that it's a 68-ST. It's the traditional 861. Yeah, they did do that in the mid-year when they switched movements. Oh, so that's what that is. Very cool. That's very rare too, because holy smokes. I know the 321 is the, it's just the thing. It's just, they brought it back after 50 years. They brought back a movement because it's it's Lamania based. It's one of the most beautiful movements. It's beautifully decorated. Omega always did that. You crack open a Rolex and purple gears, purple wheels, but they're Sherman tanks. You can't destroy them. They're great, incredible, accurate, and +2, -2. But they've never been. This is the first time ever they opened up a watch, right? The Daytona and the I always say, what is it? 1908. It's probably 1903. I always miss which one it is. It's beautiful. It is their Cellini update. Travis Watts says, "Don't make me follow Nathaniel." Why not? Don't make me sing. Don't make me sing. Don't. Bala says the best is the platinum, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, different metals for different folks, right? Different alloys for different eloys. What are you gonna do? Oh, platinum. You're talking about The You're talking about the whiskey. Oh, I am listen, for my edification, sure. Sounds great. I've got every spirit known to mankind in my house because we drink a bottle of wine once in a while. Paul likes whiskey when people are over who also drink whiskey. He's got a bottle of blue. He's got a couple of bottles of that gold. He's got a green. He's got tons of doers because he's white trash and he loves that shit. Doers and water. It's very old. You're going into an old bar. Let me get a. Hey Joey, how you doing? Let me get a Alabama Slammer for the lady, and I'll take a doers and water. You got a pack of Marlboros, bad Winston. Let me have a Winston 100s for the lady. Virginia Slims. That shit doesn't happen anymore. They used to be able to buy cigarettes in bars. But he likes Dewar's, and we have a really fancy bottle of Dewar's. I guess it's there. Like they used to make like a 20 or 30-year-old. But here's a whiskey. Now here guys are all whiskey guys, right? My friend John, is the guitar, one of the other guitar player in Hitman. He used to drink Johnny Walker's Swing. Now, for any of you, I'm going to find it right now. For any of you who don't know about it, did I ever talk about this before? I'm getting a deja vu, like as if I've talked about it before. I feel like I have. Now, the Johnny Walker Swing, oh God, it comes in a shitty bottle now. Oh no. Oh. Johnny Walker Swing used to come in a bottle and it looked like a mast. Let me show you. Yeah. Oh boy. So this is Johnny Walker Swing, right? But this is not what it used to look like back in the day. It used to look like the back of a what do you call those old ships? Like the big sailing ships. They had names. Like a schooner, like the backside of a schooner. I guess if they still make it at all, it didn't look like that though. And actually, you'd have to balance the bottle because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just what I remembered. But anyway, that is the stuff that he used to love to drink. Johnny Walker Swing. I don't know if anybody's ever had that. Um, yeah. Rufus says, "Beautiful watch." He's talking about your ST. Gorgeous, beautiful. Love this. Yeah, fuck that. Daytona. Listen, no offense to any of you who have a Daytona, because they're worth a lot of money. You should sell them and buy a Speedmaster. That's just because that's how I roll. I'm a speedy man, Omega man. But if I did get one of those fancy ones, I probably would go with the green one because Nathaniel's got the Black Panda. Black Panda. Does that have a nickname? Let's give it a nickname right now. Let's call it Black Panda. No, let's call it Gold Panda. Yeah, Gold Panda. Because Black Panda just sounds like it's part 4 of Black Panther. Did anybody ever see that? I tried to watch 15 minutes of it. It was like Hamilton. I couldn't get through 15 minutes of it. It was so bad. It was embarrassing. Oh, look at this. All the whiskey guys are here. Jim Lassick's not here. He would be chiming in right away about the whiskeys, right? He would be. I've even given my friends blind tastings, and the 18 every single time beats the blue. Yeah, people say that about the blue. I'm just not, I'm not a whiskey drinker. I'm not an aficionado. I don't like the way it tastes at all. Ew, ew. To me, it just tastes like gym socks. I don't get it. Blech. But I get the reason why everybody likes stuff. Some people hate wine. And who was I talking to earlier? Jim Lassick, right? Now, via email. We're talking about some crazy wine that guy's got. Or he's drunk. I've never had Domini Romani Conti. I've had Latache. I've never had. I've had all the Bordeaux's. You name them, I've had them. Bala's like, for me, it's 18-year-old green label, blue, gold, black, double black. All my Johnny Walker friends like the double black. Yeah, he says that's the order. Rufus says there were 2 picks below that Pleager watch. Okay, shit. Okay, give me a minute, and I'll go back. Let me go there now. I don't want to screw that up, dear Rufus, dearest Rufus. Why is my? Oh, there it is. Okay. Rufus. Let me go find where that was. Rufus. One moment, please, for an operator that can assist you. Huh. Yeah, I've got 2 new ones from you. Is that the ones you're talking about? I'll do the one that's better in focus. Unless I miss something, but I'll still look for it. Yeah, it's great. I like it a lot. There was 2 pics. I guess these are the 2 pics. Thanks for sending them on. Thank you. That's beautiful. Oh, there's the loom shot. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. I didn't realize that. Oh, that looks great. That loom's a really interesting color too. It's not quite blue, not quite green. It looks like it almost looks like it varies on the watch. Very cool. Thanks for that, buddy. Chelina, I have the Johnny Walker Gold Centenary. Oh, I have that. That's one of the ones that I have. And I'm such a badass. I mean, I saute with whiskey. If I'm making a sauce, I often will throw a little, like 2 shots of whiskey in there, and then throw some Parmigiano Reggiano on top. It's really, really good. Kyle likes the double black. I love. Oh, it's a throwaway shitter. I have a double black shitter. AK daily drinker bottles, perfect for a campfire. I mean, okay. Whiskey guys, green has changed over the years. I don't hate it, but I choose it either, but it's decent for my taste. Okay, cool. Kyle D says he saw Interpol open up for U2. Meh. Listen, that's the beauty of music. I mean, somebody asked me the other day, what's the worst show you ever went to? And I couldn't say. I didn't think I've ever been to a worse show. I've seen bands not be good, but not be terrible. I've never actually seen a band that was terrible live. I just haven't. Interpol have that one hit. I don't know what's the name of that hit. Well, I was like Interpol Evil. That was a great song. Okay, Evil. I will look it up. Heavy Driver says, turn on the bright lights, not a bad song on it. Okay, so this is a Sheen talks about them all the time. He's like, you got to listen to Interpol. I'm like, you got to watch Sunset Boulevard. He'll never watch it. The awesome Palins here. What's up? Chelina says, Dewar's is my home well choice and great for drinking whenever. Isn't it funny though? Back in the day, Smirnoff, Gordon's or Gilby's, Johnny Walker Red, Dewar's, those were all the premium top shelf liquors before the Renaissance happened in the late 80s and early 90s with the Grey Gooses and the Kettle Ones and all the batch bourbon. Bourbon was there was Jim Beam. Jack Daniels is not bourbon per se, it's sour mash. I mean, nobody drank bourbon back then. If they did, they mixed it with Coke. Or it was a mixer. Nobody drank bourbon. Everything gets small batch. I drink small batch. It's exclusive. I drink Pappy Van Winkle, which my friend who owns a wine store has like several bottles of that. So if anybody wants to buy some Pappy Van Winkle, Dirk Kennedy at iCloud.com, I can get you a bottle. He owns a wine store and he bought it years ago. But you got to come to the table with a shitload of cash because those things are worth money. Money, it's gas. Bala says the 50-year-old Brora Iris is one of the nicest whiskeys ever. Yeah, but you're getting classy, bro. You're getting classy. We're talking about shitters. It's a shitter. Hey, Vasilios, greetings to all. Travis is like, whiskey is acquired taste, sipping on Bushmills neat as we speak. Yeah. Bushmills, it's Irish, it's English whiskey. That's just an inside joke, and you know it. Dr. Bob's Nightmare. The awesome Powen is a veteran of the Battle of the Bulge. What does that mean? Is he the one that's on Ozempic? Who was on the? Let me go back to that. Who lost all that weight on Ozempic? Who said they lost all that weight? It was early. It was early in the show. Early in the show. It was time to unwind. Who lost all that weight? BW looks like the IWC AMG colors. What does? I mean, when did you send that? Okay. Sorry for the detour. No, that's cool, man. No, the detours are cool. Yeah, I like the detours. You know what? Listen, my life is a detour. You can start me out on one subject and I move on to the next thing really fast. I did not get an email for that for the soda bread last week. Now I don't even remember who won it. I'll remember if you write me, but you should write me because I will send it to you. I sent one to Carolyn Merton because I love her. For that reason alone. Franco Fiore, come stai? Il mio amico. Heavy Driver. Dirk, Masters of the Air premieres this Friday. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. Probably. There's a couple of things out there I want to see. I want to sit down and watch Killers of the Flower Moon. However, it's 3.5 hours long. And I have this to say. Sorry, get an editor. It's like book editing. It's like that Barbara Streisand book. She needed an editor so bad because she's just like, oh, look at me. He said I was lovely. He said I'm great. Blah, blah. You said just edit the shit out of yourself. Oppenheimer was way too fucking long. And there was no acting in it. It was just mumbles. I had to put subtitles on that fucking movie because I could not hear any of the audio at all. I thought Kenneth Branagh was acting. That was good. I thought everybody else was mumbling. And Peaky Blinders. There wasn't really any. Robert Downey Jr. was terrific in it because he was a very bad guy, and you don't expect him to be a bad guy. He was a very bad guy. So far, not Best Picture. If that wins Best Picture, I give up because it was too fucking long. It was not edited. It's the worst Christopher Nolan movie ever made because he's made way better movies than that. It was so boring. Blah, blah, blah. Tobster just bought tickets to Disney Hall. Wow. That's one of the most beautiful opera houses in the whole wide world. Victor Wooten, Superman concert performed by the LA Phil, Kraftwerk, who I don't even like. Well, they're influential, but Disney Hall is the best sounding room in the world. Yeah, it is apparently the best sounding room in the entire world. I've watched the documentary on how they made that up. Also, La Fenice in Venice is supposed to be ever since they redid it because it burned to the ground. It's going to be great. Victor Wooten, hello. If anybody's into all that. Vasilios, hi from Greece. Yasu. I love Greece. I had the best time in Greece. Please, Manolis and Company. Do you watch my show? I don't know if you do, but I played your show and I loved playing your show. We played the Up the Hammers Festival in 2019. And then the pandemic happened and we put out a record, a brand new album, and people really liked it and it sold a bunch. And we signed with this guy Chris in Greece. We signed with a Greek record label because we were like, oh shit, we have tons of fans here. Everybody knows all the words. Let's put the record out here. And we put it out, throughout Europe, and it did very well. But invite us back. I want to play Greece, man. I want to go back to Greece. I want to go back to Greece. I loved it. Bala, one drink that you should try, Dirk, is Zacapa Centenario 23. It's an ultra premium rum from Guatemala. I've yet to see anybody who doesn't love it. I think rum is one of those innocuous libations. Like, I would probably drink it with like a diet soda, or with rum and tonic. It's not offensive. Rum, I don't find it offensive in any way. For anybody who's interested, my partner in crime, Paul, he partnered up with his childhood friend many years ago, and they created a new company called Montauk Rum. Now it's called Montauk Distilling Company, but you can get a variety of beverages from them. They make a vodka. They make rum, several varieties of rum. They make a gin. Really, really good stuff. It's called Montauk Distilling Company. Actually, I'll find it for you. I'm not spruiking, just not something that I do, but I'll find it. Why not? Okay, this is cool. I'll show you this. I'll show you this stuff. Um, this is just an adventure by two kids from Whitestone, Queens. They thought it would be cool. This is the stuff. This is the logo. Paul designed that logo. It's a mermaid in the shape of Long Island because he's a graphic illustrator. That's what he does. He's an amazing artist, and he created this whole look. She's actually that's the north. That's all of Long Island, and this is a firehouse in Riverhead, which they turned into the where they distill all the liquor. They have a spiced rum. It's called Bellamy. It's very good. Actually, spiced rum is fun for somebody. This is the 71st Regiment gin. Um, and this is the black sail. That's the aged rum. Then they have the higher proof Navy strength rum, which is outrageously good. And this is the new one. This is the Mondico, which is a vodka, and it's very smooth from what I hear. I don't like vodka. I think vodka's gross. But this firehouse, like during the summertime, you can go in there and you could have a drink and hang out and have a really, really good time with the people there. And it's food and stuff, and it's very cool. So thank you for that. I will check that out. And thank you so much. Thank you for the point in the right direction. Sounds great. Uh Dean, good film, better than Oppenheimer. Okay, Dean, what did you say before? So people don't think we're crazy. What did you say, Dean? Because now I'm looking down. You're making me look back, and I don't see anything that you said. So, oh, he says, hold on a second. Anyway, we'll figure it out. My No Time to Die Seamaster Titanium broke on Christmas Day. The clasp just snapped. Anyone else? Oh, Omega. What? I hope you brought that right back and told them, gimme, because that should be under warranty. That is a major manufacturer. The clasp just snapped. Is that on the Milanese bracelet? The stock Milanese? Shit, it is, right? Fuck. I'm so sorry to hear that, Ginge. But I would imagine they'll sort you out for that because that would be wrong. Terrible, terrible. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says, Ginge, was the clasp open when it broke or closed? That's a good question, but still, who cares? Give me a new one. Dean says, Sisu, great film to watch. Next soldiers confronted by Nazis when trying to take gold from Lapland. Well, that's heavy duty. Jim Lassick in the house. We were talking about you earlier. These and all the scotches in the chat. I'm a bourbon guy. I do enjoy a non-peaty single malt. Yeah, peaty's weird, right? I love peat. I love the smell of peat. I love to throw the turf in the fire. I love to go out and get it and put it in there and have a nice peaty night. However, the idea of drinking peat just grosses the living shit out of me. Jen says it was closed. Thank you for the $4.99, Jim Lassick, your legend. Travis Watts says cinema is certainly not at its best in the modern era. And people were, they're thinking about Barbie being nominated for Best Picture. I will never watch that anytime, man. I will. It doesn't interest me. I don't care. I know that there's some kind of message in there. Well, fuck you and the message for. I don't care. I'm like Mattel, really, or is Mattel's stock so bad? That movie grossed $1 billion. Anyway, whatever. I'm never gonna watch it because I have no interest in it. I do like the song by Billie Eilish called "What Was I Made For." I think that should win. I think she's just unique and fantastic and great. Dr. Bob Snyder says, that's odd. Hope warranty, if better. Oh, well, yeah, if it doesn't get back to us, because we'll just sick a sheet on them, because, Speedy Gate, and then it'll be Clasp Gate, and then they'll just be shamed. Dean says that rum tastes like old gloves. No, I don't think so. I think rum tastes like a cola with, I think it's one of the most innocuous, least offensive liquors. Because if I'm going to drink a liquor, it's either going to be a gin and tonic, because they're delicious, and or a rum and Diet Coke, or a rum and tonic. I like tonic. I like bitter things, so maybe that's true. Travis says that rum is very sweet. The shitty ones are sweet. I drink my coffee black too, motherfucker. I drink my coffee black like Travis's coffee. It's an old joke. Jen says, yeah, Omega's replacing. Yeah, they would have to. Montauk always reminds Bob Sacamano about The Affair. I got through one season of that, and I was just like, I'm so sick of weirdos. I'm so tired of weirdos. It just got weird. But all I could think was like Joshua Jackson got handsome. That's all I could think of. And that guy, I always forget his name. He's from Rockstar. He's great. He was just in The Crown. I think he won an Emmy, didn't he? Didn't he win an Emmy? It was great. It was great, great, great. He owns a castle called Glyn Castle in Limerick, Ireland, where my dad's family's from. They're from Palace Green in Limerick, in Ireland. And we rented out this. It's not a castle per se; it's a guest house, and we rented the whole thing out about 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, right? Yeah, 17 years ago. Me and my whole family. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, heavy driver, $1.99. Oppenheimer, the beginning of the admin state. Yeah, yeah. It was kind of like I kind of felt like he stole the whole idea of that movie. Forget about the context of the bomb and all that stuff, but it was like what was the movie with oh god, the guy that invented the cracked the code for the Brits. The guy, he was a gay dude and they castrated him and he died, but he went through, it was like, you're a hero, you saved us, we won the war because of you, and now we're going to persecute you. That's what it felt like to me. I forget the name of that movie. But The Theory of Everything, was it The Theory of Everything? I could be wrong, as I often am. Dirk, how many times do you wind your Speedy and how often? Like a cuckoo bird. I just constantly do that. I like to sit around and wind watches. Dirk, should a sane man have more watches than guitars or more guitars than watches? Well, it all depends. If you play guitar, you should have more guitars. And if you know how to tell time, it should be watches. There, I said it. Bala says at Jim Lossick, I also love non-PD single malt too. Glenmorangie is my top choice to sip on, usually the 1015, the Quinta Ruban. You whiskey guys. We'll have to do a whiskey show and have a Sheen on here because Alan Turing, that's who I was thinking of. It was the same thing, but it was so boring. And Maestro was a better looking film. If they're talking about like direction, it was better. It was way better. It was nowhere, and it was also an hour and a half. I didn't have to sit through 2 hours of. I don't even know what half the shit was going on there. Conversations were so weird. I don't love it. Turing, yeah. Lafroig, peaty, delicious. And Nathaniel, you would like that. You would. I could see. I would wished I loved that. I wished I could say, hey, let's all go to Isla and let's all go sit and let's all go to Isla and let's go taste all the fucking whiskeys. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe we should arrange a trip where like a group of us, like 5 or 6 of us, go to Isla and drink. There's only like how many are there? Like 7 or 8. It's very few. And they're all very peaty. That's the peaty of the peaty single malt stuff. We'll go there. Fuck it, I'll drink it. Why not? You guys can teach me. Teach me. Dean says, Killers of the Flower Moon is better than Oppenheimer. I have no doubt that this might be true. 2 things. Wow, Leonardo DiCaprio got really fat. And his head is the size of a fucking refrigerator. And it's 3.5 hours. I don't have 3.5 hours to sit down. It's so boring. I'm too hyper. Drink too much coffee. Travis, you do such a great job interacting with that. Well, thank you. That's because you guys are interesting and you have a lot to say, and it's very fascinating. And that's it. And that concludes iBashers Tuesdays. Speedy Tuesday. Send me your watch shots for tomorrow. Oh, Daniel Gutierrez. Thank you, Daniel, for coming on there. For Samuel Durkenstein. That's right. It's Tuesday. We're not near the Sabbath, so we can drink, we can party, we can eat, and I can turn on the electricity. All the good things happening. Thank you so much, Daniel. Appreciate it. Oh, he's got all the lists. Yeah. Carlisle, Ardbeg, Lafroig, Lagavulin are all the Isla whiskeys. Pretty peaty stuff. Yeah, indeed it is. So send me your wrist shots for tomorrow, because tomorrow is regular Dirk Weekdays, because now we're doing the big man on Friday. That's when all the kooky shit happens. And wow, let's just let me go get this one last time. My dear friends, my fine friends, come and stay with me, love me forever. Maybe you know that song? My fine friends. Dun, 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 dun. It's a very obscure Queen song. I'm trying to find this real quick. I had it up before, but I delete them as I go, but I will get it. Give me, oh, there's, is that it? No. Oh, hey. I showed that last week. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. I've got a picture I want to end the show on, but it's gotta, I'll find it. Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it. Give me 1 second. One moment, please. Only because I should have had this ready. There's holes in my story. There it is. Okay. This is how I'm ending the show, my dear friends. You guys can talk about whiskey all you like. Here's to the cat moss, baby. Thank you for being such a good friend for 28 years. What a way to hang in there. Thank you so much. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this Tuesday evening. And remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember to treat people nice on the street because you never know. They might be the person you wind up loving the most. Until then.